Friends, a few of you have let me know that one of the things that I know there's a lot of things to miss about the classroom and your friends and your teacher, but one of the things that you're really missing right now are the 7 habits and learning about the 7 habits. And so I thought today I would read our habit number 6. And this story today is all about Sophie and how she learned. Now remember, Sophie in 7 Acre Woods, 7 acres, I think is the setting of the story. Here it is, 7 Oaks. Sorry, there you go, there's 7 Oaks. Remember that in all of our books? Well, Sophie, she is super smart, and that's probably because she reads a lot. Remember that character trait of her? Well, I thought I might be Sophie today because Sophie's not perfect. She has to learn a few things, but she's always got a pencil. And I've got my Apple Pencil today because I've been doing a lot of stuff on the computer today. I had a 5-hour meeting today, you guys. I'm not joking. So anyway, I'm ready to read with you the habit number 6, Synergize. Sophie and the Perfect Poem by Covey. And there's some paint on there, so it's hard to see, but I think it is illustrated by Stacy Curtis. You can tell this has been in the kindergarten classroom. It's got white paint on it. Sophie and the Perfect Poem. At school one day, Mrs. Hoot said, "Class, I am going to pair you up with a partner and have you write a poem to share with the class in 1 week." Oh, I hope that I get Lily as my partner, Sophie thought. Because they're best friends, right? Yeah. "Lily, you'll be with Pokey." Oh, pickles. Oh, well. "Allie, you'll work with Sammy, and Goob and Jumper will be together. And Sophie and Biff," said Mrs. Hoot. Sophie couldn't believe it. She didn't want to be partners with Biff. Biff was mean and scary sometimes. "Geez, Sophie. So you got Biff." Oh, that's Tagalong Allie that's talking, remember? Sowie. She can't say her R's or her L's, so she says Sowie instead of sorry. "Yeah," said Jumper, "that's a real bummer." "I'm probably going to have to write it all by myself," said Sophie, "because it has to be perfect." Uh-oh, right away, Sophie is saying that she doesn't think she's going to work with Biff very well. That's not a very proactive attitude, do you think? Sophie's pretty smart. Maybe she'll figure it out. The next day, Mrs. Hoot gave everyone time to meet with their partners. Sophie and Biff got together in the corner by the fish tank. "I think we should write a poem about the sun, moon, and stars," said Sophie. Oh, look, she looks really excited. Yeah. I don't like that," said Biff. "I think we should write a poem about trees, wind, and water." Oh, look at his face, too. Oh. Sophie sighed. This was going to be even harder than she thought. They're not really synergizing very well, are they? Remember working with your team? Remember the 7 Oaks kids and how they had to learn how to synergize and use everybody's talents to win the soccer game? And they actually had fun? Yeah, they're not synergizing very well. Sophie decided to talk with Mrs. Hoot. Well, that's one way. She's trying to problem solve, so that's a good thing, right? Okay. "Can I please get a different partner? Biff isn't very nice, and he doesn't have any respectable ideas." "Oh, my dear Sophie, if you get to know him, you'll find that Biff is really nice, and he has lots of good ideas, just like you," said Mrs. Hoot. "I'm sure you two can come up with a poem that you both are proud of. Just open your eyes." Sophie agreed, and she was going to try. I'm glad she didn't give up. She could have quit. She could have just said, I'm doing it, and then just, at least she's saying, I can try. So Biff and Sophie started working on their poem. And this time, Sophie didn't tell Biff what she wanted. This time, she asked Biff a question. This is the most important part. She said, "What do you like about trees?" she asked him. "Oh, well, you can use them to make a beaver dam. My dad made one that took him 6 months, and I got to help. I love trees." "Well, that's kind of cool," said Sophie. "Oh, and I also like the sun, moon, and stars and all that stuff too. But I do like trees." "You do like those things?" said Sophie. "Well, maybe we could put our ideas together." And they got to work. Did Biff's face change when Sophie started asking him questions instead of telling him things? You betcha it did. Now look. And look. When you start asking somebody about their ideas, they get the idea to ask you about your ideas too. Synergizing. It's an exciting thing. Over the next few days, Sophie and Biff hardly took a break. Oh, look at them getting along so well. They even took their classroom outside. Look at them. They're thinking, they're working together. Their brains are on fire. Practicing. Wow. The big day had arrived, and it was time for everyone to share their poems. Goob and Jumper got up in front of the class and read their poem first. Our poem is called Bugs and Basketballs. Because remember, Goob, he likes his bugs, and Jumper likes his balls. Here goes, said Goob. Basketballs and little bugs everywhere you look. Little bugs and basketballs, see them in a book. If I had an ant, I would hide him in a plant. If I had a ball, I would bounce it off the wall. That would be real fun. Too bad this poem is done. Well, said Mrs. Hoot, that was, interesting. I have a feeling that Sophie and Biff's poem's going to be pretty fantastic. Next up were Sophie and Biff. Biff nervously read. Oh, he's really scared. Look at him being brave. And Sophie got right up there, proudly standing by him. Biff starts to talk. Our poem is called Open Your Eyes. I opened my eyes, and what did I see? The sun, the moon, the stars, and the trees. I opened my ears, and what did I hear? A gentle breeze on water clear. I opened my heart, and what did I find? An awesome new friend and a wonderful time. Biff and Sophie gave each other high fives, and the whole class cheered. Well, ruffle my feathers, said Mrs. Hoot. That was perfect. Wow, Sophie, your poem was willy good, said Tagalong Allie. I guess Biff wasn't so bad, huh? Hey, everyone, let's go play some soccer, Jumper called. Great, Sophie said. Biff, are you coming? I think Biff is going to be part of the gang now. He wasn't one of the main characters in all of our other stories, but I sure am glad to add more friends. This story reminds me, and being synergizing with your friends, it reminds me of that song that we sing in the classroom. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. When you make new friends, they're your silver friends. And when you have your old friends and you treat them right, they're your gold friends. And both are worth a whole lot of money. Can't buy friends. You can only win them with your heart. So try synergizing with somebody today. I know it's hard to be around neighbor friends or anything like that, but maybe with your brothers and sisters, you could teach them how to synergize. Get along great. All right, that's the 7 habits for today. Have a great weekend. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.